Hi guys! This is the first in a series of videos I'm going to be calling A Few Chapters In. It's kind of like a monthly TBR to be read kind of thing, only it doesn't happen monthly. So whenever I start reading a few books at a time, I will let you guys know what books I'm reading and what I think of them so far, hence the title A Few Chapters In. This way I can still make videos about what I'm reading without being restricted to a TBR. Because I felt like TBR videos were a little too stressful because I had to decide beforehand what I was going to read that month, and sometimes it just didn't work out, and sometimes I found other books I wanted to read instead. So I think this way will be a lot more effective. I call this Overwhelmed Edition because I'm currently reading 5 books at the same time, and none of them are particularly easy. Well, one is, but we'll get into that in a minute. The first book I'm reading right now is called The Unfolding of Language, An Evolutionary Tour of Mankind's Greatest Invention by Guy Deutscher. I got this book from my Latin teacher. He puts a lot of linguistics into the way he teaches Latin. So this book is really interesting, and since I'm really interested in English and language, it's really amazing to read this and see how language has changed and evolved over the course of hundreds, thousands of years. So that's good. I am still in the process of reading Les Miserables. I stopped for a little while because I wanted to focus on the unfolding of language because I need to get it back to my teacher. But I picked it back up again. I'm about that far in, so that's about 200 something pages. My goal is to have Les Mis finished at the very latest by the end of this summer. So I definitely want to have this finished and put it in my read pile because I will feel so much better once I have read Les Mis all the way through. Next we have Into the Wild by John C. Krakauer. I'm reading this for my AP English class and I'm really enjoying it. It's a biography, but it's written very lyrically. I feel like the author almost painted the novel because it's told so artistically and I really enjoy reading it. So I cannot wait to get this finished. Next up we have Sylvia Plath's The Bell Jar, which was an impulse buy while I was off at a journalism convention thing. I'm really enjoying this. It's very dark, very poetic. A great read in terms of touring madness. For some reason, mental illnesses fascinate me because they're so misunderstood and it's so hard to comprehend what mental illness is like. So I really like reading this book, and I'm about that far in, so I'm nearly done with it. I can't wait to finish this, and I would really like to read more of Sylvia Plath's poetry and her other works. Finally, we have The Host by Stephanie Meyer, which I picked up from my school's library. First off, I really love this edition because you see it like in the big bulky versions, but this is tiny and it's hardcover, so it's really cool. I was, of course, hesitant to read this because it's by Stephanie Meyer, but Books and Quills recommended it. If you want to check out Books and Quills, you can click on the picture frame behind me. But I started reading this, especially because the movie came out and I want to see the movie, so I wanted to read the book first, and I really like it. It's refreshing to read something that's not very difficult because I've been reading really thick, plot-wise books lately. So it's nice to read something a little simpler. There are a few lines where I'm like, and you can tell this was written by Stephanie Meyer because there are some similarities in the way she wrote Twilight, but it's much better, and I feel like it's much more well written. It's less shallow in a sense. Of course, this book is not a masterpiece, but it's really good, and I feel like you should give it a chance. I'm not finished with it, but I'm very close to finishing it. I read this really fast. I breeze through this book, so I'm really enjoying it, and I can't wait to finish it. It's going to be so fun. So that was my first A Few Chapters In. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I just updated all my currently reading books on Goodreads so you can follow exactly where I am in all of these books. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys later. Bye!